Hello guys, hope you all are doing good. My name is Colton, also the person who runs the account that you guys are all here for.
And today I'm going to be reacting to your guys' hot takes for the 2025 season. A lot of these are pretty hot and a lot of these kind of overreactions to the start of the season. We are 6 games in, so we've seen a little preview. I'm going to be reacting to some of these hot takes. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on them, how likely they are to happen. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so the first hot take we got: Wilmer Flores hits 280 with 30 home runs. So this is one of those kind of little overreactions. We're 6 games into the season. Wilmer's been tearing the piss out of the ball. He has 4 homers in 6 games. I'm not sure what his batting average is, but I'm sure it's pretty good. Can't remember him getting a hit that hasn't been a home run this season, but I'm sure there is. Now, how likely is this to happen? I wouldn't place any money on it. The Giants haven't had a 30 home run hitter since Bonds, and I think it would be crazy if Wilmer Flores did that. But who knows? It seems like the Giants could have multiple 20-plus home run hitters this year. So maybe one of them, Wilmer, Ramos, Chapman, Adames, somebody ends up with 30 home runs. I think that's a little hot take in itself. It's just been so long since the Giants have had a 30 home run season. He'll settle down eventually, but if he could just play at an above average level for that DH position, that would be awesome, and it would really help this team this season. And for our second hot take of this video, it's just flat out 100 wins. Last time the Giants got 100 or more wins, it was in 2021. Nobody really expected it, and then they went out and they won 107 games. They won the division, but nobody really expected that team to win 100 games, and they did, which just goes to show anything could really happen in baseball, especially when a lot of these close games are just toss-ups. Winning those close games just add up at the end of the season. 100 wins, I mean, it'll be hard to do, but it's not ridiculous, just in the sense that it's baseball, and you know, we've seen crazier things. It is a pretty stacked division. The Giants don't have the easiest schedule because of that. You're facing the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres more than any other team in the league, so that's not ideal. But I think, you know, anywhere from 85 to 95 wins is a realistic expectation to have for this team this year. And then we have our third hot take of the video. This one is kind of similar to the first one I said. Wilmer and Ramos both hit 30-plus home runs this season. Like I said, this is kind of just going off what we've seen so far. Both of these guys have 4 homers. I think Ramos has 4. Maybe he has 3. Pretty sure he has 4. No, I actually think he has 3. But anyways, they're both off to really hot starts regardless. And I think it's very possible that Ramos gets 30. I'm not too sure about Wilmer. I think Wilmer still hits 20-plus if he's DHing this season. I don't think that's a ridiculous thing to say. And Ramos is a homegrown talent that has just really broken out, and that's been awesome to see. Kind of struggled throughout his minor league career, kind of broke out 2023, got his chance last year in the majors, and he just never looked back. Made the All-Star game, and this is going to be his first full season as a member of the San Francisco Giants, so I think 30-plus homers isn't a crazy thing to say for him. As for Wilmer, maybe, but I don't think so. But I guess I'm gonna be reacting to this at the end of the season, so we'll see. We'll follow up on these, see how I did, see how you guys did, and see how ridiculous these are, whatever. Then next one we got: all 3 wildcard spots are by NL West teams. Now that is a pretty hot take, just because I don't think we've seen that with this new playoff format. I don't think that's happened. So you have the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, and the Diamondbacks. It's not ridiculous to say that these guys end up in the playoffs. All these teams are pretty solid teams. People are kind of underrating the Giants going into this season, but they're off to a really hot start. I mean, we're just 6 games in. Anything could happen, but I'm liking what I've seen. The rotation looks amazing. They have a group of guys that are really fun to watch, and it's really promising for the season. So I think it's very possible. Other wildcard teams, you got to look into NL East. Let's say the Phillies win the division. The Braves are off to a terrible start. I don't think they'll be in contention for the wild card. It would be crazy, especially after the slow start. The Mets are possible. They lack pitching. To assume they'll go make a move for an arm at the deadline or something like that. But the Mets are one of those wild card teams. NL Central is just kind of like a bunch of mid-card teams. I'm not sure who's going to win that division. Probably the Chicago Cubs, but I don't think any of those other teams. Maybe you get one team competing for a wild card spot, maybe like the Reds. Could be any of those teams, really. Anything could happen in baseball. They could compete. It could go terrible. You never know, so we'll see. if I had to choose a team in that division besides the Cubs to make a run, I would probably choose the Reds. They're not there yet. They have the pieces. They got Hunter Green, they got Ellie. They got just a nice group of young guys. Alexis Diaz in the bullpen, but I don't think they're there yet. And then you got the Pirates. They have Skeens. That's about it. I'm pretty sure they lead the league in stolen bases up to this point in the season. Maybe, or maybe I'm just saying things that are just not true. Skeens is amazing. He can't pitch every day. So, and then for our next hot take of the video, we have Logan Webb wins his first Cy Young. You know, Webb has been up there. He's been in Cy Young talks every year. I think he's finished top 3 one time, if I'm not mistaken. He always gets Cy Young votes, and that's just because like last year, he had an ERA around 3.5, but he's giving you 200 plus innings, and he's just incredibly efficient, and you don't really see that from pitchers anymore. So I think Webb being a Cy Young, especially if they keep doing what they did this past week, they bumped him up in the rotation. He's still got 5 days rest. They just kind of pushed him to start early, and if they do that, he's probably going to pitch more innings than anyone in baseball this season. He probably will regardless, as long as he stays healthy. And this could be the year we see Logan Webb take home his first Cy Young, although the pitching in the National League is very talented. Along with Webb, you got guys like Paul Skeens, Hunter Green with Filthy against the Giants. But so that does make it a hot take. On to the next one. This one says the Giants have a 2021 season and win the division. That is a very hot take because the Giants play in the same division as the Dodgers. And are the Dodgers going to lose a game this season is the question that everybody's asking. I saw somebody on Twitter, he said, all those people before the season that were just saying cancel the season because the Dodgers just have this crazy talented team. They were right. And it's absolutely insane what they've done so far. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. Even last night, as I'm recording this, Blake Snell didn't have the greatest start. Well, he didn't do bad. I mean, he gave up 5 runs, none of them which were earned, but they still managed to win the game. It's ridiculous. All that to say, winning division will be tough, and I mean, it's still early in the season. Anything could happen. We'll see. And then for the last hot take of this video, it says Camilo Doval will take back the closer spot. That's a pretty hot take. I think Ryan Walker has been amazing. Kind of had a rough spring, but that doesn't matter as long as he's keeping it up in the regular season, like we saw last year. And he's just filthy. And as long as Walker keeps doing that, he's not gonna lose his closer role, no matter how good Doval is doing. And I really like Doval. I think he's gonna be amazing again. I think he had a down year last year. You see relievers have down years sometimes. He had a pretty terrible year. Being a relief pitcher, one bad outing can inflate your ERA by a lot, so it's pretty deflating. So in the mindset of a reliever, it has to be pretty hard. You don't know when you're gonna pitch next. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. Hitters, when they have a bad game, they get to just go out there the next day and try to erase it from their memory. Relief pitchers don't always get that benefit of the doubt, especially if they're blowing games. But that is a very hot take. Camilo Doval earning that closer spot back. I think he'll be good. I don't think he'll get the closer spot back because I think Walker will be fine in that role. And I think the Giants will just have an overall pretty nice bullpen, which there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, guys, those are the hot takes that we're going to cover in today's video. And some of them were pretty hot. Some of them were overreactions. Some of them are just not happening. Try to let me know. Comment down below any hot takes y'all have that weren't in this video. Let me know which of these you think will happen, could happen, whatever. Y'all know what to do. Let me know what else you guys want to see. I really want to upload more content. I want to collaborate with other people. Guys, just let me know what you want to see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Thank you guys for watching.
Who's calling my phone?
Who's calling that shit?
Who's calling my phone?
Who's calling that shit?